exactly I'm not talking because Girish wasn't there during that time. I'm talking of the 2022 election.
2022, what really happened? You'll have to ask it to Girish Chodankar. He's in a better position to answer.
You were a candidate in 2022. Did you have to give money for your ticket?
No, now the whole focus, I think, is to defeat the BJP, and I think that has to be.
Amit Bab, this is a yes or no answer. Did you have to give money for your ticket? The answer is either yes or no.
I think this question really, I don't. Probably you'll have to ask the person who was in charge.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking a straight question. Did you have to give money for your ticket? Yes or no?
I really can't. I don't have an answer to your question. See, I've got nothing personal against Girish Chodankar, but I think if you go back to history and see in 2022 elections after the defeat where we got 11 seats and BJP came to power, he took the blame, he accepted it, the failure, and he moved out. He resigned, and party accepted it. So the point is not my point, but the point in general, what people are saying is that when a person has already moved side, taking the responsibility of the failure, then why not others? There are so many capable people in Congress party, so why not somebody else?
What was your family's business relationship with the BJP?
See, my family was... So people are forgetting that, being in professional mining activity, we are farmer also. That nobody knows. My mother still, my uncle, my mother, we still are a farmer. And whatever yield we get, we sell it to Bagaitdar.
Right.
So are you trying to say that farming also is being done at the blessing and the BS of BJP? No. So exactly. So we were into business when Bharatiya Janata Party was not even formed.
Right.
This is my ancestral business, which is there pre-liberation time when Goa was ruled under Portuguese time.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Straight Talk, my weekly discussion with people who matter, people who are in the news, and people who are important for Goa and Goans. I have a very special guest today, the former president of the Goa Pradesh Congress Committee, Amit Patkar. Amit Bab, welcome to Ing Goa, and thank you for taking time off. Amit Bab, this particular interview is not merely about your removal as the GPCC president. It's about the Congress in general. It's about what it reveals of the Congress as it exists today. It's about how leaders are treated, how alliances are delayed, how defectors are and will be handled, and where the Congress will ultimately find itself in 2026, 27, whenever the election happens. Now, obviously, I had an interview with Manikrao Thakre ji about a couple of weeks ago, barely about 10 days ago, where he explained his side of the story about you moving out. And I'll come to that later. But if you had Manikrao Thakre, K.C. Venugopal, Girish Chodankar, and the others sitting in front of you today, what would you tell them?
See, firstly, I think what went through, I have put forward to our in charge Manikrao Thakre. Of course, on camera, I can't tell you. But then the way it was done, the method in which it was done, I have expressed my concerns to the party, and I'm hopeful, and I'm waiting for a proper answer on that, because see, today this is a fight between two ideologies. If you historically go back and see about Goa from the year 2000 till 2026, if we consider these 26 years, BJP has been in power for 19 years. And the main concern for last two elections, for a decade, if you see, the trust of people, the trust deficit is a bigger challenge in Goa. Because we had, in 2019, we saw 10 whole lot of MLAs moving to BJP. Saying that they went for the development of people, and ultimately after those elections we saw 8 people were sent back home. In 2022 elections, we saw people of Goa give 11 seats to the Congress party, but unfortunately within a month, the whole committee, the president, the CLP was formed.
Right.
They were moved to defect to BJP. I remember in the month of June, 10th of June, when we had the first CLP meeting, the next day there was a move to defect, and somehow it was deferred. We tried to hold them together, but ultimately in the month of September 2022, 8 people jumped again for the same reason, saying that they have moved for the welfare of the people. Now fundamentally we have to understand that ultimately politics is by the people and for the people. When the people of Goa gave the mandate to Congress party to be in opposition in a healthy democracy, I believe that there has to be a strong opposition. Unless we, in democratic ways, the government can't function. But if you see historically, last 26 years, BJP has been trying to, break parties. Nationally, we have seen by MLAs. So this is a fight between two ideologies. One ideology where inclusive thought process of taking people together, a secular mindset, and on the other side the BJP ideology where they say by hook or crook they want to be in power. Then they don't value the sentiment of the voter, they don't value the democratic values where there has to be a healthy opposition. They don't believe in all these things. They accuse the people when they are in the opposition party with corruption, with fictitious number. But the moment they jump to BJP or the moment they come to BJP, wo doodh se dhulke with that BJP washing machine, they are all clean.
Correct.
So today the fight was fighting against this ideology of BJP where they have destroyed Goa in last 26 years.
I understand that.
Now, last 4 years, there was a constant effort on the ground to, get the confidence in people, build a strong cadre, build a narrative that yes, this is a new Congress, this is a young Congress, and this is a Congress who believes in people and who really wants to fight against this BJP. And I think we were successful enough in building up that narrative, building up that organization, because political organization cannot be built overnight. There is no magic which can be turned in 6 months.
No, I'll take you back to the question. That in the sense that why won't you ask this leadership, why were you removed? Has that question been asked? Have you asked them, simply tell me, why was I removed?
There are more questions also which I have to ask my high command, which I'm waiting for, and I'm hopeful that they will give me an opportunity to put forth the questions not only of me. I mean thousands of workers who spent 4 years of their prime life giving the sweat, blood, time, everything for the party.
On behalf of
those thousands of workers.
On behalf of those workers, wouldn't you like to know why you were removed? Or do you know?
Exactly. I mean, there are set of questions which are there, which I have put some few questions to the in charge. And he said we'll discuss it with our high command. So I'm waiting and I'm hopeful that they'll give us a hearing and put the sentiments of those thousands of workers who put in efforts in building this party, building the Congress in Goa, making it more stronger. And I believe the timing is not correct. 6 months, 5 months before the election, if such a call had to be taken, it should have been taken 1 year back.
Okay, now I'll take you back to this 1 year back question. So, during my interview with Manikrao Thakre ji, he specifically said that this decision was taken sometime around November, December 2025, or maybe a little earlier as well. And he very categorically said कि हस्ताक्षर हो चुका था, and once the Congress president signs it, that is the final decision. After that signature was done, a group of people went to Bangalore to meet Kharge ji, a lot of your supporters and others. And there they were told that, look, Khargeji has already signed it, decision has already been taken. When your supporters made a point saying this is not going to be a good decision, apparently they allowed the situation to rest a little bit and move on. Now, Manikrao Thakre ji is saying that from that time to May, when the decision that was signed and sealed was finally delivered in the month of May, or May 30th, his take was that you already knew that you were going to be removed because your supporters were told that the decision has already been taken. And in this 6 months, you were allowed to continue, but the decision had already been taken. So I just wanted to ask that during this 6 months, were you functioning as ex-president in waiting, or were you functioning as a ghost president, or were you functioning as a caretaker president? What were you functioning as? Secondly, according to him, you knew the end was coming and the decision was already taken. So is that what you knew?
I mean, I have not exactly seen in words, but if you are saying, then I think, I mean, it's really shocking for me. I mean, see, there is nothing called as, like, the chair, any chair in politics is not permanent. And I believe that till the time you are there, you have to do justice to that chair.
Right.
Now, the question of the decision was taken, the signature was done. I remember we had a meeting somewhere in January where a CLP leader, myself, our in charge, our honorable president, our honorable leader of opposition of the parliament, our general secretary organization, all were there. And we have discussed about how to go about for the 2027 elections. How the local body ZP elections were fought, how our cadres were given an opportunity from 4 seats in 2020, how we came to 10 seats in 2025. So all these points were discussed. We were in fact discussing about how to go ahead for the elections, what has to be the strategy. And there was a long pending decision of, I had proposed to make 4 districts instead of 2. So that was discussed and it was put in process, and you see today there are 4 district presidents. So when you discuss, and after that there was a by-election which happened in Ponda.
So during that time, what was your
so I am also not able to understand that see, in politics things have to happen fast, because BJP is we are fighting BJP, who is loaded with resources today. Their organization, they are strong on ground, they have the administration, they have everything in their control. So when you're fighting such an agency, I think we need to be quick, and I don't believe that
during that fight between January and May, and you were, I know that you were,
no, but I had no, I mean, I had no, not even any glimpse that such thing was there, or somebody has spoken to me. I mean, I had no such information. I mean, till last day also, my order came at 9:30 p.m. I was holding a block meeting just 1 hour before the order came. Afternoon, we had a protest. So I think till the last moment, I have given my 100%, and I'll always give, because I'm a born congressman. So I think
Manikrao ji's exact words है, उन्हें बताने की आवश्यकता नहीं थी, क्योंकि डिसीजन तो हम ले चुके थे, और वो सबको पता था. Now the point is that is a removal of a Congress president conveyed in a manner like this by the in charge saying आवश्यकता नहीं थी उन्हें बताने की. Do you accept this logic?
See, Congress is a democratic party, and during my tenure, even during the Lok Sabha elections also, we gave preference. I mean, we gave that authority to our booth karyakarta, to our booth president also. In the process of selecting the candidates, we were so transparent that we went up to the booth level, from booth to block, from block to district, from district to the state level. Everybody was consulted in taking a decision. Please understand, we have denied a ticket for a sitting MP, and we brought in a person who comes from an activist background, and we were fighting the 3rd richest candidate across the country. I mean, that decision was collectively taken by taking everybody into confidence, because that is the functioning of Congress party. We behave in a democratic way. We are way different from BJP, where decisions are taken and others have to. So I think I believe that Congress is a democratic party, and all the decisions what were taken during my tenure, we have taken it collectively. So that is how Congress party functions.
During December and May, did you have the freedom to take political decisions on your own, or was the center kind of interfering? The reason I'm asking you this is that during that time, do you feel, because a lot of your party workers and others have specifically said, in fact, two lady members who were suspended recently have actually said that while we were all there was another camp which was continuously interfering and not allowing Amit Patkar to work. And this is what actually workers feel. So were you functioning completely as a full-fledged independent president, or was this pressure from the center and different other associated interference coming in?
No, I think whole of Goa knows the day I became the president. I mean, what was the condition of the party at that time? Our organizational elections were just, supposed to happen after the concluded assembly election in 2022.
Right.
And we qualified only for 3 constituencies to go for the organizational elections. So that's the kind of, infrastructure we had during those days. But from there till today, what we have built, I think it's the effort of thousands of workers and karyakartas who have put in effort for all these years. And we have seen that for last 4 years, Congress being a democratic party, there are always forces which will try to stop you. There are forces which will try to, make sure that work doesn't happen. But I give the credit to the entire team, our entire office bearers, our block presidents, our then district presidents, who went against the tide and was successful enough to build a strong cadre, build strong organization.
Was there a parallel political setup within the
That
Congress?
happens. That is always there. I mean, without which I think that's the part and parcel of politics, and probably part and parcel of Congress. But then we were successful enough to build a strong cadre and a strong, I would say, a narrative and a confidence in the people of Goa that yes, this young team, this new Congress will do something, and I think we delivered it. We won the South Goa seat, we won 10 ZP seats, and I think performance it has shown.
See, it's like a very good student who does his exams extremely well, answers his exams extremely well. Large number of people feel that his results are very, very good, and yet he does not get admission into the higher class, or he is not allowed to continue like this. Now, the issue is, you have counted some very important successes. In the contrasting those successes with what happened on May 30th seems to be a massive contradiction of sorts. So, according to you, as Amit Patkar, not as a ex-GPCC president, have you tried to analyze where the new incumbent Girish Chodankar was stronger than you in terms of taking that position?
See, I've got nothing personal against Girish Chodankar, but I think if you go back to history and see in 2022 elections, after the defeat where we got 11 seats and BJP came to power, he took the blame, he accepted it, the failure, and he moved out. He resigned, and party accepted it. So the point is, not my point, but the point is, in general, what people are saying is that when a person has already moved side, taking the responsibility of the failure, then why not others? There are so many capable people in Congress party, so why not somebody else?
Right.
So, because today the people of Goa and the sentiment of Goa is that people want to defeat the BJP. Everybody in Goa wants to get rid of this BJP. So, I think there are more capable people. I have said it in the previous interview also. So that is the only thing which is there. I mean, when you're fighting a mighty BJP, we have to be all prepared and going all guns blazing.
Now, there are two questions. One, of course, taking into account about Girish, and one about you. And you said that there are obviously more capable people. That's an important remark that you made. So there is this charge made by I will say Team Patkar, let's put it this way, okay, that there is this whole background and shadow of the sale of tickets. So apparently in Tamil Nadu, from Tamil Nadu also that whole narrative came up. People from Tamil Nadu also said that why are you calling this a huge success, because the total number of seats came down to 5 from 18, I think. And there was a large scale allegations of ticket sale made by some people in Tamil Nadu. The same narrative is being spoken about in Goa, about this whole ticket sale, quote unquote. Do you may not make a direct comment, but do you agree that this charge of ticket sale, the shadow of ticket sale is there, hanging in the air under this present Congress administration?
No, see, this question, I really don't have an answer to this question. But see, Girish Chodankar is a very senior, politician. He was in charge of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. I really don't know, because I have not been there. So I really can't comment of what happened in Tamil Nadu. But I think during our tenure, we made an effort that whole this perception, whatever, moves around. We made an effort that for Lok Sabha also we had made it very transparent, where applications were invited, they were scrutinized through the blocks to the district, and then through the PC and CEC, and ultimately the candidates were given which were the demand of the people, the voters, the sympathizers, the civil society. Everybody was taken into confidence.
You're talking of the 2022 elections?
The Lok Sabha elections of 2024.
Lok Sabha, fine.
And
the 2022 election, Lok Sabha is just to see. Amit Bab, Lok Sabha is just one candidate.
The ZP also?
No, I'm not talking of ZP. I'm not talking because Girish wasn't there during that time. I'm talking of the 2022 election.
2022, what really happened? You'll have to ask it to Girish Chodankar. He'll be in a better position to answer.
You were a candidate in 2022. Did you have to give money for your ticket?
No. Now the whole focus, I think, is to defeat the BJP, and I think that has to be.
Amit Bab, this is a yes or no answer. Did you have to give money for your ticket? The answer is either yes or no.
I think this question really, I don't. Probably you'll have to ask the person who was in charge.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking a straight question. Did you have to give money for your ticket? Yes or no?
I really can't. I don't have an answer to your question. I told you in the initial stage. But there are perceptions people are talking about. There are perceptions being spoken about. So I think
this is the most important answer that you've given that you've not answered.
No. So when I don't have an answer to your question, so what do I answer?
Okay. Now tell me. Now the issue is that let's go to a larger question. In the sense that instead of getting too personal, let's get to a larger question. See, what happens is the narrative against the BJP was being set, okay, and people were working towards it and so on and so forth. Do you feel that this current sadness or current disturbance that has happened after your removal, overall you feel that is going to put a little bit of dent in this whole movement which was working unitedly against the BJP? How serious is that, and what needs to be done to correct it?
See, what happens is when 4 years you are moving in one direction with one agenda, with one roadmap. Certain changes just before the election, of course, it disturbs the momentum, it disturbs the setup, and I think every worker, every karyakarta is expressing to me. But our whole idea and the focus is that we have to, somehow our main focus is BJP, and irrespective of whatever narratives are being played around, whatever narratives are spoken about, I think today's need of the hour is that how serious are we in defeating the BJP? Because if you see for last couple of months, there's a political turmoil in Goa, in the opposition camp. Today you see the revolutionary goers, there's a lot of infighting. You see Aam Aadmi, I can't see Aam Aadmi has been decimated.
Yeah, the opposition is more in the news than the ruling party now.
Then you see Goa Forward also. Congress, Goa Forward being alliance partner, there's no clarity. Congress, again, there are internal changes. So I think just going ahead before the election, these are not healthy signs And of course, the advantage it goes to the ruling party. But I think we all have to overcome this, and we have to make a way out and see that somehow regrouping is done and we defeat the BJP, because I believe that ultimately everybody's motto, because today if you see 15 years the Congress Karyakartas are out of power, 15 years anti-incumbency, people of Goa are tired, and people are fed up. They actually want to get rid of BJP, but they are not, the opposition vacuum or the opposition space, I think there has to be some formidable combination where people can believe that yes, this force can defeat the BJP. I think that somehow we need to regroup and think over it.
See, the next question is on defections. See, the biggest trust deficit that the Congress had or has now is that we keep on voting for the Congress. At the end of the day, most of these people are going to defect and move back, leaving us high and dry. Now, has that perception increased or decreased now?
See, now with this interview, your interviews are mainly watched by the intellects, the political spectrum of Goa, across India. So, I saw one prominent lawyer making a statement, when I was removed, and he made a statement that this probably all started during the ZP election alliance. I think people make statements without knowing the facts. I was not expecting this answer from that prominent political lawyer. See, if you go back to history, I would really like to open up on what happened on ZP elections.
Please tell us.
Because I was the president of the Congress party. The responsibility given by my High Command, my AICC president, was to strengthen the party in Goa.
Right.
Local body are the elections where your cadre, your karyakartas, your workers get a platform to showcase and fight in electoral politics.
Yes.
If you are not going to allow them that opportunity, you tell me where they are going to fight the elections.
Absolutely.
So I was of the opinion that when Congress party has a base all across the constituencies, let's fight the local body election. Let's give our karyakarta, let's give our workers an opportunity to fight elections. And I believe that with ZP, you were really not going to form the government that time. But that would have given an opportunity to all the political parties to test their strength and to see who is strong where, who is weak where, and then probably everybody would have regrouped, realigned, and come with a big force to defeat the BJP.
True.
During ZP elections, there was so much of chaos, there was so much of, ultimately it didn't materialize. And I think BJP understood the Rananiti and they broke everybody.
So why did that chaos happen?
No, I think, see, there was no chaos. One regional party today, of course, they are in fighting among themselves. But I think the proposal what I had given was fair enough proposal where, see, in one constituency, if there are 2 ZP seats, one political party has to get an opportunity to fight it. It cannot happen that both the seats will be fought by one political party. And I strongly believe that if we had done that, then it would have been injustice done to my workers, my cadre, who,
No, for the benefit of the viewers, see, many viewers may not understand the nitty-gritties. So, if you could clearly say that, what was your proposal? What exactly, in terms of what?
Ultimately, when everybody said that alliance had to be formed,
with Goa Forward.
Goa Forward was of course there. With our revolutionary goals, I had taken 2 steps back and I said, okay, let's go ahead in the sake of the larger interest of Goa.
Right.
But then it fizzled out with 1 seat.
Right.
Now, 1 seat of Santa Cruz, they were so adamant that everything broke off. Now today, when I sit back and go back to history and see that I think the stand what I took for my people, for my cadre, for the Congress party workers, I think that was in the favor of the party. You imagine if that had happened and we had not contested those 12 seats, what would have happened to those our workers or leaders?
Correct. Now, this is a very good point you've made.
Today, imagine those 12 seats. What would have been the state of those constituencies? Because today you see there's infighting in RGP. What would have happened? Probably they would have decimated in those constituencies.
Continuing with where you left off, you said you took this call for the sake of the party. Absolutely correct. I agree with you 100%. Now, if you were in the saddle right now, how would you have handled the alliance with the Goa Forward Party? Because see, there are two aspects here. One is, of course, we know that you were in favor of the alliance, but how would you have handled the alliance situation? What would you have ultimately done? How many seats do you think you would have given? That is number one. And number two, do you feel that too much of delay has already happened? Do you also feel that you also, either you may have contributed to or your hands were tied to the whole delay happening in the first place? So there are two questions in this actually.
First of all, let me be very clear that Goa Forward Alliance was not done during my tenure. When I took over, Goa Forward was already a people alliance with some preconditions which was done in 2022. And he had promised that I'll be your alliance partner till the end of the tenure. Now, in this process, we saw that Goa Forward has been an alliance partner during Lok Sabha. They have worked in South Goa also. They have worked in places where they were strong in North also.
Right.
And during ZP, at certain point, initially I thought that Goa Forward has to go separate. We have to go separate so that each party comes to know their strength, and that will help us during the assembly elections. But then, because of the sentiment and to perception building, we ultimately had the alliance for the ZP. But at two places where we had friendly fight, I was really not happy because there cannot be a friendly fight.
Absolutely.
But then, the circumstances and the time was so short that we couldn't sanitize our workers on ground. So we had to take a call and go ahead. But now when assembly elections are coming, he is a pre-poll alliance partner. I think, and after ZP elections, the talk had started. And when he is an alliance partner, I think it has to be a joint process.
Right.
When you are taking somebody as ally, you have to sit, discuss strategy. You have to ask which are your stronghold areas, which are our stronghold areas, how you can fill in the vacuum where, we are weak or you are weak. So all these things has to go on.
Do you feel that if you were given a free hand, you would have tied up this alliance much faster? And
I tried my level best to take it ahead when at one point of time he had given a proposal of merging the party and,
Yes.
I think that also would have been a better option.
So who blocked it?
No, I think that our in charge, has to answer because from my level, whatever was needed, I have done it. But it got stuck at high command level. I really don't know what went wrong or what was the idea. But I believe that in politics, if you have to move ahead, then decisions have to be quick and fast. Then only.
So earlier, can we say that you as president wanted it, Delhi blocked it? But now is the blocking happening both at the state level and the central level?
No, I really can't comment because I'm not, at helm of affairs, or I'm not a part of any process where I really can tell you. But I think in the larger interest of Goa, in the interest of getting BJP out, I think whatever it is has to be set and discussed threadbare, and I think it has to be resolved rather than lingering and taking it. Because the more you delay, more it's not good.
See, do you also feel that the way the whole process was going on under your leadership? I mean, I compared to the whole Chandrayaan launch, the first Chandrayaan, it was almost on the verge of completing its mission, and just before it could complete its mission, it failed just before it was landing. Do you feel that kind of a feeling happened, that the Chandrayaan mission was launched, Chandrayaan 1, and just before the great mission was about to be completed, the mission ultimately failed right at the end when victory was near?
See, today the country is going through such a turmoil that, students who are preparing for NEET also, when they go and answer the exam, next day they come to know that the paper is leaked.
Right.
So that is the kind of the country is moving into.
How is that connected to my question?
I mean, your viewers are smart enough to draw what I'm trying to say. But it's life. I mean, you have to go ahead. So let's see where the Chandrayaan lands now.
Okay, one allegation that has been there, and you have lived with this allegation for a very, very long time. You answered it as well. What was your family's business relationship with the BJP?
See, my family was. So people are forgetting that, being in professional mining activity, we are farmer also. That nobody knows. I mean, my mother still, my uncle, my mother, we still are a farmer. And whatever yield we get, we sell it to Bagaitdar.
Right.
So are you trying to say that farming also is being done at the blessing and the BS of BJP?
No.
So exactly. So we were into business when Bharatiya Janata Party was not even formed.
Right.
This is my ancestral business, which is there pre-liberation time when Goa was ruled under Portuguese time.
This was mining transportation.
No, my grandfather was a mine owner. He owned a few leases in Goa. Yeah. So that has been a traditional business which is there, and which I was moving ahead in that family tradition business. But people forget that in Goa.
But what was the link with the BJP? Yeah, I mean, the alleged link.
2012, the BJP government, since the time they have come to power, mining is stopped in Goa, right?
Right.
As far as my knowledge, I mean, mining is stopped.
Yes.
So this narrative, whoever are creating this narrative, I really don't know what they are trying to achieve by this.
From 2012 onwards, fine. But pre-2012, during that time, was there any relationship?
No, but that time Congress government was there, no?
No, I understand.
From 7 to 12, there was Congress government.
Right.
And to do a legitimate business, whether it is any sort of industry, I fail to understand that how any government can government. There are certain procedures, there are certain policies which are there, which are laid down not by the BJP, but they are going on in a continuous process. Unfortunately or fortunately, I was born into a family which was into a business of mining, and mining in Goa stopped in 2012.
But some transportation has been going on for the last 2 years.
No. See, in 2017-18, when the ore which was confiscated by the Supreme Court, they had put it out in auction.
Yes, correct.
So as a businessman, I purchased some ore in auction by participating in auction. It was an online e-auction. Anybody could have participated in that auction.
Okay.
So I participated and bought some ore. I purchased the ore prior to 2020-21. We are in 2026. I'm still struggling to get the permissions and transport and sell it. So that is the kind of harassment this BJP government does when you are in opposition. So I really fail to understand that this narrative, whoever is spreading, whose interest it is, or what was the agenda in driving this, because you please tell me. I was the one who fought for Captain Viriato's ticket because I wanted Congress party to win.
Yes.
And this I fought with my high command. When I am so determined, focused of winning, then how does that narrative even succeed? I failed.
So I will answer. We'll turn the tables. You asked the questions, I'll give you the answer. You said, I do not know who was spreading. My answer to that is, one believes, based on what one has heard as a journalist from various quarters of the Congress, this is a narrative that has been set by sections of your own party. Your own party people opposed to you have been putting this narrative out. The fact that Amit Patkar is these are not my words, so please don't mind me uttering these words, because these are not my words. I'm only quoting other people's words. Amit is a BJP agent. He's the CM's person in the party. He's been doing this, and probably this is the narrative that worked against you and worked towards your removal.
See, if I was BJP's person, then you tell me, would I have been fighting for a candidate to get a ticket for South Goa? Would I have been made effort in winning the South Goa seat? From 4 ZPs, we got it to 10. So if I am a BJP person, why will I work towards success of Congress? I mean, that itself proves. And with narratives, I think governments, you can't get down governments. It is people's belief, and it is the confidence in what you get to the voters and the way they respond. And success, I think, can break all these narratives, we were on a path from Lok Sabha to ZP elections. But I strongly believe that time is a best healer, and Satyamev Jayate. One day the truth will be out.
Right.
Because in the manner it happened, it felt that, I was supposed to join BJP the next day. I mean, it could have been done in a much smoother way. The transition could have been in much smoother. So people,
feelings are coming on.
because people, I think, don't know about me. That's why they make these statements. Nobody has to, question about my integrity towards Congress party. The first Congress office in Goa was born in my house. So in my blood there is Congress, and which nobody can take away from me. I mean, the ideology, see, it's very important, because nowadays the habit is people feel politics is hop on hop off bus. Today you see them representing one political party. They see some opportunity, they jump, then they are your spokesperson. So when you come from one ideology, it is very important to have the correct people in correct places, because the narrative, the sentiment of a voter matters.
One final question linked to integrity and honesty. When they gave you this charge of the party, were they giving you money to run the party, or did you have to do it from your own funds?
See, I think everybody knows the condition of Congress party across the country, and I think it was the hard effort of what we put in. And I mean, at times, what hurts me is I can challenge anybody and let anybody tell Goa that we funded. I still remember the days during Lok Sabha election when we went to each and every person, each and every industrialist, but everybody closed the door for us. I mean, the the thought BJP has put in everybody's mind that nobody was ready to help us during the ZP elections or the Lok Sabha elections. Somehow, we could manage to win that seat. And what hurts me is that it's hard-earned money which I put in to, run the show for last 4 years. And I mean, people who are listening to your interview will understand that when you spend your tax-paid money towards a political work, you can't take it as an expense. So whatever money I have spent is all tax-paid money, and that is from the profit. I can't get expense to it. There are thousands of hotels bills which I have paid from my personal check. There are thousands of bills which I have paid from my company's check. So my whole idea was to get some change in society. See, I don't come from a political background family. I am a first-timer, hardcore into politics. We have been Congress sympathizers. My grandfather was a Congress sympathizer. My father was a Congress sympathizer. I also was a Congress sympathizer for a period of my life. But then I decided that if you need to do change, we need to get into it. To get the feel of it, you have to jump in the pool. So that I came into politics, that I'll do some change in the society, get something good. But that's part and parcel of politics.
One final question, because it went on for quite some time. One final question. Suppose Girish Chodankar asks you to be a part of his core team, to campaign with him, to lead the party into this election. After what you said and the way you feel, will you agree to work under Girish as part of his team?
See, I have asked time from my high command, and I am hopeful that they'll give me a hearing, because when I asked my in charge, I don't know what role I have currently, because so I've told him I'm okay to go back and work as a booth president also. If you feel that I have to go back and handle one booth, I'm ready to do that. But at the same time, the issues which we had raised during my tenure for the people of Goa, I'm not going to stop on that. That very clearly I've told him. People are approaching with issues which are larger in Goa's perspective, which if I feel right that if we can do justice, we can get it to some logical end, I mean, I will do it. When I was the president and on 25th of May, we had petitioned Chief Electrical Engineer on the smart prepaid meter. I thought that is an issue which we need to carry forward and get it to the logical end, and which we are doing it. So this will go on.
Suppose,
But currently, if you ask me in Congress party, I mean, I had spoken to my in charge, and I really don't know that what role they want me to look at or do at, or what they see in me. But one thing I can tell you, that Congress is in my heart. But I don't know whether the people in Goa, the leaders in Goa were there, whether I am there in their heart or no.
I was about to ask another question, but I think we'll end on this note, because this is exactly what, this is something that's very, very important. The last lines that you said, whether I'm in their heart or not. We'll see what the future ultimately holds. And of course, politics is very dynamic. We'll figure out which way your journey finally goes. But thank you, Amit Bab, for this very, very important, very significant, heartfelt, emotional at times conversation. You've been extremely open and honest, and answered all the questions to the best of your ability and in a transparent manner. We hope that for the sake of your party and your future, everything goes well. And finally, a lot of the differences can be sorted out, but one never knows. We will wait and see. But thank you very much for this amazing conversation.
Thank you. Thank you.